To longevity be a change in your diet. According to a new study, making certain adjustments could add 10 years to your life expectancy. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Jen Ashton, you got to break this down for us.
How is that for motivation, Robin, right? Let me tell you about this study. Researchers in Norway used computer models and they compared really the typical Western diet, which is heavy on animal-based protein, light on things like grains and fruit and vegetables. There's some dairy, and of course we have our favorite sugar-sweetened beverage. They compared that to a more ideal, more plant-based, optimal diet, much more fruit and vegetables, much less meat and fish, and of course things like beans, grains, limited dairy. And using those computer models, they found that if a 20-year-old made this change and went all to this optimal diet, they could add 10 years to their life expectancy. Even a partial change, if you started at age 20, could add 6 years. But the part that I loved the most is that even if 80-year-olds started this, they could add 3 years to their life expectancy, according to these computer models. So it is never too late to make these changes.
Yeah, all right. But you have a degree in nutrition.
Yep.
So what are those small things that we can do that can help us?
You know, I think when people hear plant-based diet or they hear a definition, they get very intimidated. This does not have to be an all or none thing. You can make small changes with, let's say, a meatless Monday or just one meal of every day. Read the labels, explore those food aisles. There are more plant-based options than ever. And don't forget about the contribution of beverages. Sugar-sweetened beverages once in a while, okay. On a daily basis, they're not our friend. And you know what, Robin? Going more plant-based to even partially, not just better for your health, not just better for your life expectancy, but better for the environment, and in some cases you could save money too. It's a win-win.
Win-win all the way around.
Exactly.
All right, Jen, thanks so much. We'll see you.
Hello, and welcome to our presentation for National Nutrition Month. This year, the theme for National Nutrition Month is Celebrate a World of Flavors. And today, we wanted to discuss some of the video that was shown as a preview to today's presentation, that eating more of a plant-based diet can add years to your life, according to a recent study. Some of the interesting things about the video was that a plant-based diet can add years to your life. And the one topic that was brought out was that even if you're 80 years old, people who started a more plant-based diet could add up to 3 years to their life expectancy, according to the study. Not everyone is interested in healthy diets. Some people are intimidated by definitions and diets in general. Some diets and diet terminology can be a turnoff, as a matter of fact, for some people. But healthy eating tips and guidelines can apply to everyone. Healthy eating is important at every stage of life. And with the plant-based diet, the term is even a little confusing, because a plant-based diet does not totally eliminate meats and seafood and other things from your diet. It's just increasing the amount of plant-based items that you include in your diet on a daily basis. So what we wanted to do in the presentation today is to provide some information to make some smarter eating choices. So the researchers in the model that was studied, they did provide a public online tool. We do want to provide some information where our residents can go and do research on their own. One of the online tools was at Food for a Healthy Life, where you can actually input and calculate your dietary changes and what impact that will have on life expectancy. With a plant-based diet, typically consists of eating few to no animal foods and is different from vegan diets, which eliminates all animal foods and products from vegetarian diets, which eliminate all meat, fish, and poultry. The plant-based diet does not totally do that. I think when people hear plant-based diet or they hear a definition, they get very intimidated. This does not have to be an all-in thing, as the video from Good Morning America has demonstrated. You can make small changes with, let's say, a meatless Monday or just one meal of every day. According to the study that was completed, there are no downsides to a plant-based diet, according to the experts. For heart disease, diabetes, cancer, all of the major chronic diseases, there are no downsides to eliminating meat products from your diet for any of those. If anything, the evidence shows that by going plant-based, you would be benefiting your long-term survival and reducing the risks of those diseases. Fruits and vegetables, fiber, nuts, and legumes have also been proven to be good for weight loss and to keep the weight off long term. So basically, one way to look at it is, if it's food that comes out of the ground, it's generally more healthy for you. Some people, are concerned about environmental issues and things like that as well. But we're here to talk just about some basic healthy eating guidelines. One of those guidelines is to rethink your drinks. I know just from being the food service director here and having a lot of previous experience in long-term care, diets and dietary restrictions are not fun for everyone. I've worked with dialysis patients throughout my career, people who have high blood pressure, heart issues, and when they are put on a more restrictive diet, that tends to have the exact opposite effect of what the diet and the prescribing of that diet was to the individual. So hopefully we can provide some things today to help everyone out. And that first one, like I said, is to rethink your drinks. You should avoid sugary beverages and choose more healthier options, such as fruit juices. Flavored waters are another example. Lemon water, cucumber water, any type of infused waters like that. We do offer some of those types of beverages here at Monroe Village. We have enhanced waters that are available in our restaurants, as well as unsweetened beverages as well. And as the preview video pointed out, with transferring over to that plant-based diet, the sugary beverages are completely avoided. There are healthier options. So you want to take a look at your current eating routine. Pick one or two ways that you could switch to choices today that are richer in nutrition. So the focus is on minerals and nutrients versus calories is a different way to look at it. Some of those simple tips are to focus on whole fruits. Start your day with fruit at breakfast. Top your cereals with favorite seasonal fruit. Add bananas or chopped apples to pancakes, or mix a spoonful of 2 raisins into hot oatmeal. Keep ready to eat fruits in the refrigerator for a quick snack. Once again, it's a healthier option. For dinner, chop up a combination of seasonal, frozen, or canned fruits to make a quick fruit salsa. You can use that salsa to top fish or chicken or meats. Add fruits such as orange sections, apple wedges, or grapes to salads. Also, variety. Vary your vegetables. Add shredded carrots to a lettuce and tomato in your sandwich. Make soups. Try a stir fry. Pick out vegetables that the family has not yet tried and get a new recipe from a cookbook. Make half your grains whole grains. For breakfast, enjoy a whole grain-based hot or cold cereal. Instead of sandwich bread, try whole grain pitas tortillas, naan, or other whole grain flatbread, sliced breads, or rolls. Vary your proteins. Broil lean beef cuts, roast lean types of pork tenderloin or loin chops, and slice into strips for dinner, salads, and sandwiches. Have fish or seafood twice a week. Have meatless meals. As the video pointed out, it doesn't have to be an all-in type of thing. Perhaps one day a week you would choose Meatless Monday, where you would select one of our specials, for example, that does not contain meat. So there are several different things in terms of making healthy choices that we can do to eat, to follow a more healthier lifestyle and make better eating choices. During National Nutrition Month at our happy hours, we've been giving out and providing lots of information and handouts, which are the Eat Right handouts and selections that we have been distributing each happy hour, and will continue to do so for the rest of this month. A lot of that information is available at myplate.gov, which provides a lot of resources pertaining to this plant-based type diet and ways to make better menu selections. So once again, the plant-based diet is not a vegan or vegetarian type of diet. It just increases the amount of whole fruits and vegetables that are in your diet, smaller portions of those protein items, mainly meat, fish, and poultry, more grains, whole grains and legumes, and smaller amounts of dairy in your diet. For the best guide, it does the food still look somewhat like it does when it comes out of the ground? When you cook a potato, for example, it still looks like a potato. So there's a lot of things that are on the market nowadays. There's meat substitutes and different things that are termed plant-based that are available in a lot of supermarkets and grocery stores nowadays. Once again, those things that come from the ground are the best choices for you in terms of health and nutrition, versus something that's pre-processed or is fabricated in a meat or a processing facility where there's a lot of additives and other things that are added to those products to preserve shelf life, which really have no nutritional benefit whatsoever. And there are some preservatives that in some studies right now are finding that people have food allergies to, such as BHT, for example. It's very rare, but some people are actually allergic and develop allergies to some of those preservatives that are in a lot of things, cereals and crackers and cookies and things like that, those preservatives. So it's important to know, what is in your food that you are purchasing, and that's a simple matter of reading the nutritional labels and the ingredients that are on some of those items. So once again, just to recap a few things, if you're not ready to give up meat entirely, still even reducing it to once in a while would have a lot of great benefits. The science isn't simply there to say that a steak or a burger once in a while is horrible for you. It's just the daily consumption of those things that can be problematic and lead to further health issues down the road. And lastly, the one thing that I wanted to say is there's other ways. Once again, this is something that is off of the CDC website, the Center for Disease Control. Everyone's heard that term a lot lately. But there is also a calendar that is available that you can print off that gives you 3 times a week some different things to do. Experiment with a new heart-friendly menu. Find ways to get active throughout the day. The weather here is almost 70 degrees today. Get outside and take a walk. It's been a long winter for all of us, and we've been inside a lot with COVID and everything else. Now's the time to get outside, take a little walk, enjoy the sunshine, and get some fresh air. So there's a lot of tips and tricks that are on here. Once again, it doesn't have to be an everyday thing. It could be a couple times a week. So that's just to wrap it up. I just wanted to say that healthy eating is important at every stage of life, and the benefits add up over time, bite by bite. I hope we've provided some information for you today, and thank you for taking the time to watch our presentation.